Welcome back to Monstar Gaming. Wanted to talk about this game, which I played before. I did purchase it. It's one of those you can find on the Apple Store, Android, which I use. I know on Android there's a free version and then there's a paid version. Biggest difference is the paid version has no in-app purchases. I think you can save more more of the cities, like they give you more storage for that. And I think you can also play a larger map um, than the regular one. And then I'm not sure what other things are in there. But I did play the free version. I liked it enough um, for what it is, and I ended up paying for it. And I don't remember how much it was, but it was under $5, definitely. It's made by either one or two designers. It's a very small project kind of game that they wanted to develop in their own certain style, their own certain way to be fun. Has a very, very, very good community. And it's fun. It's very simple. It's not going to be as detailed as like a SimCity game, City Skylines, anything like that. But it's not meant to be that way. This is literally meant to be a good city building game that's going to be on your phone or like on a mobile device. That's why it's called uh, Pocket City. So you can take it around with you and then you just kind of work on it. So there's a lot of things here that make the progression of the game very quick. For some people, that's great. For other people, they like playing games like SimCity and things like that take forever and they're super expansive, and then that's fine. This really is a little bit of a niche. There are a few games that are a little bit like this one, but not really. Like this is the only one that I've seen um, that kind of plays this way. So it's really simple. That's another thing about this game is they make it super simple. Everything is simplistic and obvious. You can progress through the game with the quests. So they'll have different quests here. And once you complete them, you get experience points. And on the top left up here, you can see what level you are. And depending on what level you are, you unlock different buildings and things like that, just like most games. Um, so they want 8 residential zones. I think I have 5 or 6 is what it's saying there. I'm going to add some more here. So I'm going to click build. This is how simple it is. There's only 6 categories basically. Going to click residential, and then you literally just drag wherever you want to build and click OK. It's that simple. There's not a lot of city building games where you basically drag an area and that's how you go. You really have to place like one building here, then this building, then that building. So we did complete that. So we're going to click that. She's going to say, good job, quest completed, 1,000 experience points. Kickstart the economy is the next quest, then walk in the park is the next one. I played this before, so I know how to get those done. So we're not going to go over those too much. But if you look up here, there's like a little roundish square to the right of the where it says Windy City. I'm going to click on that. This tells you your zone demand. It tells you your percentages basically of how much of your residential is there versus commercial versus industrial. And this is the demand. So I need more industrial according to this, which makes a lot of sense because I don't really think I have much. So over here, I put the electricity and the water. So I'm going to go to zones, go to industrial. And once again, I'm just going to do this, click OK, pay the money. This is the beautiful part of this game. See how quickly these buildings are building? You don't have to have raw materials. You don't have to have all these other things you have to produce in order to make these buildings. And once you plot it out, the game generates the buildings, which is a little bit more like reality where, different developers are going to pop up here and there, um, seemingly out of thin air. Obviously, somebody hire somebody to develop these things, but in this game, they generate themselves. So you're not going to have the full control of, I want this building here, I want that building there, because you don't know what's going to populate. The bigger areas are going to populate at slightly different structures, things like that. But I like that you don't have to wait for that. Sometimes it is super annoying when you're playing a game. You're trying to build this building and that one and the other one, and it takes minutes to hours to get that done. What I like about this game is you do have a little bit of a faster pace. Like you can see that I'm making income over here, which I'm actually going to click. Let me see. It doesn't do anything. It just kind of keeps track of that. Okay, that's fine. So that tells me that I'm making money. A lot of that you make from basically like taxes from the people and then also from the businesses. So let me build another road here because I want to separate this. And there's three different kind of roads. Then there's the highway and the bridge. Later you can get a rail, which is cool. But you have to wait to unlock them. So I just built that road there. It's not going anywhere, but I am getting some traffic down here. So I'm going to have to, let me see. Let's build a road over here, and then maybe we'll go down to the shoreline, and later I can make some beachfront property or something like that. All right, so now I see that the blue is higher because it's color coded, right? So that means I need more business, which is perfect because I have two spots right here, right next to the city center. So I'm gonna do that. And as long as I can afford it, I'm good to go. So I believe one of my goals is to increase my population. Right now I'm at 125, so I need to build some more residential. These streets over here look funny because they're not going anywhere. So let me do that. That easy, and it connects it. It knows that it's connecting to another road. Easy peasy. So now they can wander around. All right, so now I have a lot of space over here, of course. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because you can zoom a decent amount. And you can see the people walking around. Sometimes they say things. Sometimes they're running or jogging or doing different things. There is crime in the game that pops up a little later, a very basic crime stuff. There are fires that pop up. There's natural disasters, things like that. You can kind of tone that down. You can make the game harder, meaning you won't make as much profit on things. And when you expand your territories, these are the different areas that are for sale. So I could do that. Eventually, you're going to need banks because you're not going to be able to have like hold enough money in your city. So the banks will allow you more. You can get loans if you wanted to, which you have to pay back at a percentage, but they will help. Statistics, like this part is interesting because it actually does break it all down for you. It tells you how happy people are, your population, your income per second, um, your cash. This is where you would figure out your sales tax. I usually keep it pretty moderate. Um, you can do loans there. Other things pop up as you level up. Policies unlock later on. Traffic congestion, accessibility. You can view your traffic. And then your goods is much later in the game when you start getting like farms, different materials and trees, like different things like that. But the beautiful thing is it doesn't make it complex. Like all the things that pop up in the game are simplified. They make sense. They're not, you're not going to spend an hour trying to redesign your city because maybe you place things in the wrong place. You just pick stuff up and move them. So level 3, I got a 5,000 bonus. And I think parks was something that I just unlocked. Let me see. So I'm going to go to leisure. So these are different things you can do in leisure: small beach, trees, large park, campground, marina, animal zoo. 92. I think this maxes out at level 99 or 100. Might be 99. So obviously you can still keep playing further, but no like new things are going to pop up. But let me see. This one goes to 80. So movie theater is nice. And then leisure, Grand Castle. Yeah, these are, I think those you have to unlock somehow. All right, so I can't build a park, which is fine. All right, so now I need more industry. So I'm going to go over here and do this. To some people, they might not like this. They might be like, dude, this is way too simple. Like, you don't have to worry about, um, the only thing you need to worry about with connecting water and electricity, things like that, is it has to be touching a road. Pretty much anything, that's connected to the road, which basically everything has to be, or else it won't function, will be covered. So they have a certain amount of electricity that can hold a certain amount of water that it will support, yada yada. So once you run out, then you just have to build another one and just keep building. So let's see. Growth spurt, there's another thing there. I'm wondering if I need, so the blue right there is telling me that I need something else. I need more business. So let me do this. Let's divide that up. You know what? Let's divide this up too. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so I'm gonna do a little business thing over here. Commercial zone. Boom, done. Let's do some residential right here. All right, so that's already growing pretty quickly. Kind of want to do residential here, but all right, let's see what this guy says. Oh, he's about the Guardians of the Forests. So he wants a small park, which is fine. So we can do that. The game auto saves, which is nice. All right, so let's go to leisure. I think it was outdoors. Yep, small park. So I can do this. Oh no, because it's, well, small park is only one spot. So I will do that. And then you know what? I'll do a little business just right next to the park. Perfect. And then your quest is complete and it gives you stuff there. Perfect. So you'll look at my 50,000 over here. That means that I have reached my limit, which means I need to start spending some of the money, right? So let's build some more road. Let's extend this out here and see how I can just drag it and just keep going. All right, so we're going to do that. I'm going to extend the road over here too. Boom. And maybe we'll do this residential right here. That looks pretty cool, I think. Boom, residential. See? So you'll see some of the buildings will definitely duplicate. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. And you really have no control over it unless you want to demolish the whole thing and rebuild, and they might come up in a different pattern, but all right, so growth spurt, kickstart the economy. I have plenty of cash. Let's reach income of 100 per second. Okay, look at the demands and look at the charts. And we've already actually achieved that. Perfect. All right, so now we're leveled up again. Now I can build a small beach area and then the bank, which I really need. So I'm going to put the bank, I'm just going to, he's basically just saying, hey, we can help you out. And yep. All right, so let's go to services, institutions. Where do I want to put this bank? Probably near the businesses, right? So I'm going to put the bank over there. Actually, you know what? I think this would actually look pretty cool. If I kind of put it on its own thing. So if you're coming from other city building games where, you know, things take forever to build, this is such a stress reliever. It really is. You're not, the whole point of this game is not to take forever. It's to be casual, to be, you know, fun and simplified. You know, hopefully it's not too simple for you, but I think we're running out of electricity, so I'm going to put another power plant right there. Eventually, I'll probably have to move some of those things, but it's a little too close to the water. Probably put it on the other side. But boom, that's fixed. Now we need some more industry. So there's no housing over here because that'd be the only thing. If you put all these factories right next to houses, then sometimes they have issues with you. But so let's do some industry right here. And just cause, put a small park right in the middle there. Perfect. All right, so now we have this whole plot of land over here. Let's see what other Party City. I think this is where they want us to throw an event. Start a block party. Yep. All right, so I can do that in events. Block party. Boom. Basically increases the happiness of the people, which is nice, and gives you XP. They play a little music and everything. All right, so now we did that one, and I think and that lasts for 5 minutes. What happened? Oh, it's still going. All right. Still have money. What else do we need? So, all right. So I think I'm going to do this. We upgraded to level 5. Now we can build trees. I think it's just going to give us some. Oh, good. All right. So the trees thing, I am going to do that now. Trees. I think I'm going to put them here because I want to separate this stuff from these things over here. And we need a lot more businesses. So why don't we do that? This is going to be a really big commercial area. That's fine. Let's see what this looks like. Cool. All right, so I didn't want to turn this into a let's play. That's not my point. My point was to just kind of show you how quickly you can start developing things. I'm going to zoom out so you can see the map. It's a fairly good size. This is the large map. I'm trying to remember if in the free version you get this one this size. I think you get a like a medium, which is a little bit smaller than this. So with this one, you have water, you have mountains, fields over here because you're gonna need that for farming. This other thing here. So yeah, so you're gonna need different zones to do different things. You'll get boats. You'll be able to send ships out. So let's zoom again. Even though it's not super high res, like I think the graphics work. Like they really work. Let's see, zone, water, environment, crime, building. So you can look at all those things. No crimes yet. I think there's a fire department I got to do soon. This guy I know wants some trees. But yeah, so I don't know if you guys have played this game or not, or if you're curious about it. It really is fun. I will continue playing on this map here, which is on my tablet. I definitely enjoy it on a bigger screen, but it works perfectly fine on your phone as well. Great thing is that you can play it both vertically or horizontally. The screen will rotate and it works perfectly. When you play it portrait perspective, it's one of those games you can actually play with one hand. Like you can get to pretty much everything you need to get to. So they were very smart about making it accessible and easy. I think it looks nice. Once you have a pretty decent sized city, it looks amazing. Like it really does. You can move things around, and everything just looks really neat and like organized. It's tough to really make a mess out of it, to be honest, which is nice. Now, last thing. The reason that I came back to this game was because every now and again I get the urge to build a city. And sometimes I don't want to go through games like Township or SimCity Build It, things like that, where you jump in the game coming back from playing before. You're not really building any kind of buildings or cities at that point. You're building goods to be able to make money, to be able to make better goods, to be able to then sell those goods or refine those goods to be able to produce what you need to enhance your stuff. So it's almost like there's like 3 or 4 steps in most city building games to be able to build beyond the basics. And although that's fun, and I know all those games are targeted for social, a lot of social aspects from those games where you ask other people for help, have them send you materials, have them help you out, like all that kind of thing. This one is not social in that way, but this one feels more like I'm building a city. The other ones feel like you're building an economy a little bit more, or building a system of economy, if that makes sense. So I came back to this game. I was trying to see if they had added more stuff. Like I said, they have a very strong following. People, stay in touch with their community, vice versa. And I found out that they are in the process of making Pocket City 2, and it looks amazing. Um, you can Google it. Um, on their website, they have information about it. The art style is very similar, but they're actually going 3D, which means you'll be able to rotate everything 360 degrees so you can look at your city in different perspectives, different angles. They added a little bit more realism, meaning um, some of the things do have to be placed in a specific way. Because right now, like I said, you can put all your factories off to the side and it doesn't matter what it's connected to as long as it's connected to a road. Obviously, that's unrealistic, but like I said, this is a very simplified version of city building. Um, One thing that I wish about this game is that they added just a little bit more depth, maybe a little bit more variety on the buildings, a little bit more variety on stuff. Because I think the how they made the game and everything they've incorporated, the leveling, everything, I think makes so much sense and it works great. But adding a little bit more detail, slightly better graphics, a little bit more diversity on things um, is I think what will really make this game just way better and give it just more exposure than it has now. And it looks like the second version is going to be amazing, absolutely amazing. So they're already making it. I'm hoping that it'll be out sometime this winter because they've already shown some video footage of some of the gameplay, and it looks amazing. It looks so nice. They definitely added a little more to it, um, which I think is good. You want to have a little bit more depth because this is a game where if you have like a medium-sized map, you could probably finish all the levels and get everything where you're kind of maxed out, but you still want to like refine it. I would say about a month. In a month of, regular playing, being strategic, looking at this, looking at that, playing in the regular mode, not the hard mode. I think you could probably complete complete a game in about a month. Um, Versus other mobile games take forever, and that's part of the enjoyment is that they take forever and they're constantly adding, they're constantly doing this and that. There's no microtransactions if you pay for the game. It's a plus. You don't have to wait for the buildings ages to build. Everything's a little bit more instant, more gratifying, I guess. Um, but that's why I wanted to make this video, and I'll make some more as my city progresses. But I'm super, super excited for the second one to come out because I think everything that made this game good, they're just going to add to that, and it's just going to be just that next step. And since it's targeted for mobile, they're really focusing on that aspect of it and really just doing a great job. So very excited. If you play this game, let me know. You can share your city. I think it's like a number or a seat number or something like that that you can share. So anybody else who plays the game can actually pull up your city and look at it, add to it, do whatever they want. It'd be like their own copy though, their own version. But that's the social part of it is that you can say, hey, I play this game. I made this city. It's amazing. Here, let me show you. And you can send that to them and they can look at it. So that part I thought was really cool that you can share. So yeah. But yeah, next time we play, I'll have a lot more built and then I'll show you a couple things with the levels and things like that. So thanks. That was a little long, definitely a little longer than I thought it was going to be, but definitely enjoy the game. I definitely think you should try it out. It's a change of pace from a lot of those other games that are out there that at this point I feel are just so similar This is just really fun and relaxing and calm. Thanks.